First race pacers and behind the starting gate. Here they come. Off. Lunar Surprise on the outside goes right for the lead. Skillex on the inside. Those two as they bank into that first turn in. Lunar Surprise circles Skillex now taking command. It's strutting on third. 4 lengths back to Sparksfire. Followed in that turn by Pat Dell, that is. Then Versace, Del Perry and Ancient Irish. Out of the turn and hustling for the quarter. Lunar Surprise, your pace setter. It's Skillex second, but here comes Pat Dell. Was fifth, now fourth, and moving up on the outside. 29 seconds the early quarter, and Lunar Surprise is your leader, a length and a quarter. Skillex second a length as Pat Dell inches up on the outside, followed on that turn by strutting on Versace to the outside. On the inside of us is Sparksfire, Del Perry and Ancient Irish. Approaching the half-mile marker, Pat Dell is on the attack. Lunar Surprise holds on the inside second, followed by Skillex and strutting on halfway home. 58 and 1 into the clubhouse turn. It's Lunar Surprise with the lead. It's Pat Dell on the outside trying to come on second. Skillex saving ground with the leaders, followed on the outside by strutting on Versace in Sparksfire. Now they curve into the black stretch, and Lunar Surprise is your leader and nose, but Pat Dell on the attack second. On the outside of us, here comes strutting on. Skillex is there as they drive by 3/4. 127 and 2 and into the far turn. Lunar Surprise strides clear again. Pat Dell on the outside second. Skillex shoots through on the inside. Around the final turn, Lunar Surprise. Skillex has pace and is looking for racing room. Here they come, turning for home. Lunar Surprise cuts the corner. Skillex is out for the drive. It's Lunar Surprise. Skillex is coming on. It's Lunar Surprise with the lead. It's Lunar Surprise at the wire. Skillex strutting on an Ancient Irish.
Race. In the 9th race, scratch number 6, Baldy Jack. Number 6, Baldy Jack is scratched from tonight's 9th race.
Here they come. They're off. Twinkie low on the outside for the lead. Joined on the inside. Il Dico wasted energy. They drive into that first turn, and Il Dico has the early foot. It's still Summer on Sally right there in second, followed by Wasted Energy. On the outside, Twinkie Low parked in fourth, followed on the inside by Wizzywig. LD's LC and Chansey Todd make up the field. Out of the turn, heading for the quarter, Il Dico, your pace setter. Twinkie Low is on the attack second, Summer on Sally in third. They're off the early quarter. 29 and 1 the quarter. From the outside, Twinkie Low. Twinkie Low now powers on by. El Dico second, a length. Summer on Sally in third. Followed to the outside, Wasted Energy. Wizzywig, LD's LC and Chansey Todd. Approaching the half-mile juncture. Twinkie Low sets the pace. Here comes Wasted Energy. Was fourth, now third. Working up on the outside and with a rush. Wasted Energy up to challenge for the lead. A minute and 1, the race is half over. Twinkie Low leans into the clubhouse, turning neck on top. Wasted Energy alongside a challenging second, Wizzywig. Following cover on the inside, that's Il Dico. Followed on the outside of us is LD's LC. Now they curve into the black stretch. Wasted Energy is on the outside taking command. It's Twinkie Low back to second. Wizzywig takes over second on the outside. Twinkie Low in third. On the outside of us is LD's LC. Il Dico is nowhere to go in fifth. 130 and 4 3/4. Wasted Energy opens up by 2 lengths. Wizzywig is second. LD's LC into third. Followed on the inside, Twinkie Low. They turn for home. Wasted Energy, your leader. Here they coming down the stretch. Wasted Energy 2 on top. On the outside, LD's LC and WYSIWYG. It's Wasted Energy with the lead. Wasted Energy at the wire. LD's LC up for second, WYSIWYG third.
One Clever Cadet. Chuck Gates Jr. on the 1, Clever Cadet in the 10th race. That brings you up to date on all the changes in tonight's Place Pick 9 races here at Balmoral. And post time for the second race, simulcast from
Here they come. They're off. On the inside, Belvedere Buck goes for the lead. Now they race full position, and Belvedere Buck wins the race to the top. Broadway Circuit second, 2 lengths to Victory Striker. 2 lengths back to Prairieland Pride, followed on the outside by Handy. He looks to drop in, followed in that turn by Echo Tenic. As they race for the quarter, your early leader, Belvedere Buck, but Broadway Circuit picks up the pace, and Broadway Circuit powers on by. It's Belvedere Buck second, 3 lengths back to Victory Striker off the quarter. 29-1 the opening quarter. Your leader up front is Broadway Circuit. Broadway Circuit, Victory Striker drives out of third. Here comes Victory Striker, now to challenge for the lead. Belvedere Buck followed by Prairieland Pride. On the outside, it's Handy Echo Tenic heading for the half-mile marker. Victory Striker, your new leader. Broadway Circuit is back to second. On the outside of us is Prairieland Pride and Handy. Halfway home, 59-1. They move into the clubhouse turn, and Victory Striker leads the way a length and a quarter. Broadway Circuit right there in second. Prairieland Pride now takes over second. On the inside of horses, it's Broadway Circuit back to third, followed on the outside by Handy. Mr. Procrastinator following cover. Belvedere Buck, Echo Tanic and Diddley. Now they curve into the back stretch. On the inside, Victory Striker and nose in front. Prairieland Pride alongside a challenging second. 129-2 for the 3/4. They drive into the far turn. Prairieland Pride and nose in front. On the inside, Victory Striker. 3 wide. Mr. Procrastinator is coming on. Between horses, Handy. Here they come, turning for home. Between horses, it's Prairieland Pride. Victory Striker fighting to come back. Victory Striker coming back. On the outside, Prairieland Pride. They're neck and neck. They're nose and nose. Victory Striker, Prairieland Pride. Those horses at the wire. Jam of the turn. Fifth race Pacers, and behind the starting gate, here they come. Merrill Fan pacing between horses. Omar Mukhtar left for the lead on the inside. OJ's Prompter is there. Now they dive into that first turn, and Omar Mukhtar is on the outside, but OJ's Prompter scoots on through, and OJ's Prompter has a neck in front. It's Omar Mukhtar, parked on the outside second, Broadway Flair, with the leader's third, Stacey's Orphan, following cover on the outside, followed by Town Fortune, 2 lengths back to Fox Valley Bummer, Jan's Prize trailing, they're by the quarter, 28 seconds flat. Omar Mukhtar is your pace setter, but just a neck at Stacey's Orphan. Drives alongside a challenging second. 2 lengths back to OJ's Prompter. 2 lengths back to Broadway Flair. Followed on that turn by Town Fortune. Driving for the half-mile juncture, Omar Mukhtar is your leader. Stacey's Orphan is on the attack second. OJ's Prompter in third. To the outside, it's Broadway Flair. 57 seconds flat. The race is half over. Now they drive into the clubhouse turn. Omar Mukhtar, 3 parts of a length. Stacy's Orphan is on the outside. Second, OJ's Prompter. Right with the leaders in third, Broadway Flair. 3 wide, Town Fortune is on the move. Out of the turn, now they curve into the box direction. Omar Mukhtar leads 3 parts of a length. Stacy's Orphan between horses, but Town Fortune now for third, moving second, 3/4. 127 flat, and Omar Mukhtar leads into the clubhouse turn, 3 parts of a length. Town Fortune between horses, second, Jan's Prize circling up on the outside. Now they're moving to the top of the stretch. Omar Mukhtar draws clear. Here they come, turning for home. Omar Mukhtar is under, urging 2 on top. OJ's Prompter is back to second. They're coming to the wire. It's Omar Mukhtar with the lead at the wire. OJ's Prompter and Town Fortune. Here they come. They're off. Evil Prey between horses goes for the lead. Elmerhurst Flyer on the inside, and they dive into that first turn. And Elmerhurst Flyer shoots on through, but Evil Prey moves on him on the outside. Evil Prey now takes command. It's Elmerhurst Flyer holding tough second. Keystone Mandolin third. 4 lengths back to Stand the Man Mutual. 2 lengths back to Seek and Scan. Followed by Mike's Cadet Inquisitive Fella. And trailing to the quarter limited audition. Your leader by the quarter, Evil Prey. 28-2. Positions are unchanged, and Evil Prey sets the pace by 2 lengths. Elmerhurst Flyer is second by 2.5 lengths. Keystone Mando, Stand the Man Mutual is closing the gap. Seek and Scan approaching the half-mile juncture. Evil Prey is your leader, 2 lengths. Elmerhurst Flyer getting the trip second. Keystone Mando out slightly in third. It's Seek and Scan charging fifth, now moving fourth on the outside. 57-2. The race is half over. Evil Prey leans into the clubhouse, turn 2 on top. Elmerhurst Flyer right there in second, a length on the inside. Keystone Mando followed by Seek and Scan. Here comes Inquisitive Fellow with cover on the inside of us. Stand the Man Mutual. Out of the turn, now they race up the back stretch, and Evil Prey has the lead, 2 lengths. Elmerhurst Flyer second. Between horses, Limited Edition coming on. 3 wide, Inquisitive Fella. 127 flat for the 3/4. Into the far turn they race, and Evil Prey maintains the lead. Elmerhurst Flyer, he's ready to come out second. 2 lengths back to Keystone Mando. Here they come down the stretch. It's Evil Prey with the lead. Elmerhurst Flyer charging. It's Elmerhurst Flyer on the outside taking command. Elmerhurst Flyer at the wire. Here they come. They're off. Time in a bottle between horses. Hustles for the lead. Mystic Jate as they dive into that first turn. And time in a bottle. Now circles Mystic Jate to take command. But here comes Tough Tank. Now third on the outside. Followed by fifth Business. 3 lengths back to Happy Colors. Followed in that turn by My Kingpin. That's Wiregrass Kerrigan. My Kingpin and Can's Bunny. A battle up front. From the outside, Tough Tank at the quarter. And they're by the opening quarter. Tough Tank on neck in front. Time in a bottle. Holds on the inside second, Mystic Jate. 3 lengths back in third, followed by fifth Business. 3 lengths to Happy Colors, followed by Wiregrass Kerrigan, My Kingpin and Can's Bunny. They're driving for the half-mile juncture. Time in a bottle. Now sprints clear. Mystic Jade is second. Tough Tank first over. Fifth Business off the half. They drive into the clubhouse turn. Time in a bottle. Leads the way and opens up again. Mystic Jade getting the trip in second. Followed by fifth Business. Tough Tank to the outside. Happy Colors. Out of the turn, they curve into the back stretch and Time in a bottle. Leads a length and a quarter. Mystic Jade second. Fifth Business finds Racing Rum. On the inside, it's Happy Colors as they drive by 3/4. Time in a bottle. Fifth Business charging as they drive into the far turn. Here comes fifth Business. Fifth Business now to take command. Time in a bottle. Holds second. Mystic Jade. Happy Colors and Wiregrass Kerrigan around the final turn. Fifth Business, your new leader. Here they come, turning for home. Fifth Business is under urging. Time in a bottle. Mystic Jade is closing ground. It's fifth Business with the lead. Fifth Business at the wire. It's back to Balmoral.
We are now 7 minutes away from post time.
They're off. Rain Dance Thunder between horses. There goes Jade's Big Timer. Now they dive into that first turn, and Rain Dance Thunder opens up 2 lengths. It's Jade's Big Timer. Second by 2 lengths, Passion Russian. Third, 3 lengths, Gypsy Falcon. Followed in that turn, Race the Winds. Pacific Flight trailing out of the turn, hustling for the quarter. Rain Dance Thunder sets the pace. Jade's Big Timer running his heels in second, 3 lengths to Passion Russian. Followed to the outside, Gypsy Falcon. They're by the opening quarter, and positions are unchanged. Rain Dance Thunder, your leader a length. Jade's Big Timer right there in second, first over. Here comes Gypsy Falcon, followed by Passion Russian. To the outside, Race the Winds. Driving from last now is Pacific Flight. Race the Winds was off stride and bothered Pacific Flight momentarily as they drive by the half. They're halfway home. Rain Dance Thunder is your leader. Jade's Big Timer right there in second. On the inside, Passion Russian, Gypsy Falcon takes over third. Passion Russian, Pacific Flight is following cover. Out of the turn, they curve into the back stretch. Rain Dance Thunder 2 on top. Here comes Gypsy Falcon, slipping into second. Jade's Big Timer right there in third. Pacific Flight starts to make a bid 3 wide, moving by 3/4. Your leader is Rain Dance Thunder. Pacific Flight circling horses. Pacific Flight has range, and the leader, Pacific Flight, now powers on by. It's Rain Dance Thunder back to second. Jade's Big Timer at the top of the stretch. Pacific Flight opens up the lead now with every stride. On the outside, it's Jade's Big Timer. It's Pacific Flight under urging. Pacific Flight 2 at the wire. Here they come. They're off. Lonesome Road goes for the lead. There goes Power On, moving right with him. Best Deal in Town. Joined on the inside, Flying Nuke. Into the turn, and Flying Nuke has the early speed. Lonesome Road drives alongside it. Lonesome Road with a rush. Now powers up to take command. It's Flying Nuke in second. Followed on the inside, Awesome Dude in third. Here comes Power On, charging to the outside. Followed by No Hood. Followed by Best Deal in Town. Southern Shogun and even more better by the opening quarter. 28-2 the first quarter. Lonesome Road is your pace setter, but Pomeron pushing the pace on the outside second. It's Flying Nuke right there in third. Awesome Dude moving first over Best Deal in Town. Approaching the half-mile marker, Lonesome Road is on the inside. Pomeron alongside a challenging second, followed by Flying Nuke. Awesome Dude halfway home. 57-2. They thunder into the clubhouse turn. Lonesome Rod is your leader on neck as Power On moves at him on the outside second. Flying Nuke with the leaders in third. Awesome Dude. He's set to go 3 wide. Out of the turn. Now they curve into the box stretch, and Lonesome Road has the lead. Here comes Awesome Dude. Now third, now second on the outside. It's Flying Nuke in third. Power On, followed on the outside by Southern Shogun. 3/4, 126-3. Into the far turn. Awesome Dude is on the outside now taking command. Lonesome Road is fighting back, but Southern Shogun picks up the leader's third. Flying Nuke and No HUD. Here they come, turning for home. On the outside, Awesome Dude. Lonesome Road digs in. Lonesome Road is coming back. Lonesome Road regains command. A late move on the inside. Flying Nuke. Lonesome Road, Flying Nuke, and Awesome Dude. Here they come. They're off. On the outside, All That Rhythm goes for the lead. AJ's Rob Rye. On the inside, Sky Colors. Now they dash into that first turn, and Sky Colors has the early speed. It's AJ's Rob Rye second. All That Rhythm parked and driving third. Your Our Chance, followed in that turn by Catch a Sight. It's Shire Hill. Hounded and Vance and Umbro Cup is trailing. Your leader to the quarter, Sky Colors. But All That Rhythm is on the attack off the quarter. 28 seconds flat. Sky Colors a nose. All That Rhythm moves out of the outside. A challenging second. AJ's Rob Rye. Right with the leader's third. Our Chance. And to the outside, it's Catch a Sight. Honiton advances on the move. Shire Hill and Umbro Compass. It's still a battle up front. Sky Colors your leader. All That Rhythm is under the whip on the outside second. Now they drive by the half. Their noses apart. 57-3. Sky Colors your leader on the inside. All That Rhythm is on the outside. A challenging second. On the inside of us is Our Chance. AJ's Rob Rye, followed on the outside by Catch a Sight. Out of the turn, they curve into the black stretch. Sky Colors now draws clear again, but AJ's Rob Rye makes a bid on the outside. Here comes AJ's Rob Rye, driving alongside a challenge and now take command. 3/4 on the board, 128 flat, and AJ's Rob Rye is your new leader into the far turn, and he opens up the lead now with every stride. Honiton Vance charging into second, followed on the outside of us by Umbro Copes. Turning for home, AJ's Rob Rye by 5 lengths. Here they coming down the stretch. It's AJ's Rob Rye with the lead. Honiton Vance is coming on. It's AJ's Rob Rye under a left-handed whip at the wire.
The Nicotopoulos, trained by Michelle Dupois, driven tonight by Scott Robbins. Number 5, Alambrado BB, owned by Shirley and Arthur Levin, trained by Doug Larson, driven tonight by Dean McGee. Number 6, Min New.
11th race Pacers are in behind the starting gate. Here they come. They're off. Count Mondovi on the outside goes right for the lead. Meg's Tomboy moving right with him. Those two as they drive for position. And Count Mondovi circles Meg's Tomboy to take command. It's 5 lengths back to 20 Explosion. Followed on the turn by Fleetwing and a Wrap. Be Home Early. It's still Lucky Chris, followed by Broadway Debut. Out of the turn, hustling for the quarter. Count Mondovi, Meg's Tomboy, running his heels in second off the quarter. 28-1. Positions are unchanged, and Count Mondovi sets the pace. Meg's Tomboy, second now by 4 lengths, Twin Explosion. Third, 2 lengths back to Fleetwing. To the outside, it's Be Home Early. Followed on the turn by Anna Rapp, Lucky Chris, and Broadway Debut. We're moving for the half. It's Tony Morgan and Count Mondovi. It's Meg's Tomboy second. 2 lengths back to 20 Explosion. Fleetwing is first over under the whip. 58-3. Into the clubhouse turn. Count Mondovi leads the way, but Meg's Tomboy has his sights on the leader's second. It's 20 Explosion right there in third. Fleetwing, followed by Annie Rapp, Be Home Early. Lucky Chris and Broadway Debut. Out of the turn, they curve into the box stretch. Count Mondovi leads a length. On the inside, Meg's Tomboy second. Fleetwing inching a closer third. Followed to the outside, Be Home Early. He's moving up 3 wide. 3/4, 129 flat. Into the far turn, Count Mondovi. It's Meg's Tomboy right there in second. Fleetwing between horses. Twin Explosion, Be Home Early, 3 wide. 4 wide, Lucky Chris. Turning for home, Count Mondovi has the lead. Here they come in down the stretch. It's Count Mondovi with the lead. Meg's Tomboy is out for the drive. It's Count Mondovi with the lead. Count Mondovi, Meg's Tomboy, Lucky Chris close for 4th.